Good to record when you can. Awesome. All right, guys. So it is Monday, November 13th. So we're going to be chatting about mindset, belief, long-term vision, and just really like how to instill all of that. So super quick side note, if you guys check out my YouTube page, I'm actually going to show my screen real quick so you guys can see all of this. Is that you will see I recorded a few videos last week and uploaded them here to just kind of help you guys with this whole like entrepreneur mindset. Okay. So we're going to talk about some very common things that happen that cause most people to quit. Okay. And letting you know that the reason I'm mentioning these things are because they happen to everyone. All right. So one of the things was just 5 disciplines to success in your business. Okay. And then the other one that I uploaded was, it was the escalator analogy and MLMs and network marketing. Okay. So the whole idea behind those 2 videos is really to show you guys that what you're doing is different than what most people are doing. Okay. And I think I've done the best that I can to explain that this business is so simple. It's so simple. When you guys look at that daily coach to-do list, like the new coach to-do list, like your vitals, which is something that outside of being a coach, most of us should be doing or at least want to do anyway, like work out, eat well, listen or read something positive every day. Like little things like that. Just think about the simple things that people do, like buying one of those like tear off calendars. There's just like a motivational quote, just like one sentence, nothing drastic or huge, but just something that small. As human beings, we do crave that kind of stuff. So what's so cool is that part of your job, number 1, is sharing your journey. You can't share it if you don't have one. Okay? But one of the things to always remember is that your journey is not going to be perfect. Your journey is definitely not going to happen the way that you've planned it to happen. It's not going to happen the way that you envision it to happen in your head. And that's why one of my favorite quotes is, be stubborn about your goals, but flexible about your methods. Because if you are willing to do whatever it takes to make your dreams and goals come to life, it doesn't matter how you do it. Okay? It's so important, especially in network marketing, where social media is one of our largest platforms. And guys, social media changes every day. That's why you have to be fluid, flexible, and not rigid. Because if you are, what's going to tend to happen is that you're not going to be flexible and fluid about everything else that happens in your journey. Okay? So we're first off just going to talk about mindset as far as being just a female. And then we're going to talk about mindset being an entrepreneur with Beachbody. Okay, so the first thing I want you guys to all understand is that as girls, we are so unique. Okay, we have so many different like little quirks and traits and characteristics and hobbies and interests and phrases and wording that we use. All of those things make you authentically you. And that is why the number 1 thing about this business is just sharing that journey, is literally sharing who you are on social media. And so one of the things that I love so much about Instagram and those stories is that you guys can share your day-to-day personality. People want to know that you're not perfect, that you make spelling errors and mistakes. Like they want to know that stuff, right? I look back on posts from weeks ago and I'm like, oh my God, I just spelled everything wrong, but I'll have like 50 likes on it. Because they don't care. They want to know that I didn't proofread that till it was like raw to the bone. You know what I mean? So just let yourself you don't want your entire post to be like a spelling mistake. I mean, come on, like you do want to look professional to a sense, but one word every now and then is not going to ruin it for you. Okay, so as far as just like being a female and being in this kind of business, guys, I do want to preface this by saying first that I posted today in our group message. I want to share this real quick because part of me is overthinking this and then part of me is not. So I do want to share this with you guys and I want to show you why I shared this. So I made a post today in this group message that said this: Okay. I want to chat about things tonight on our call. I love you all so much, but I want this to be a place where we're not just venting and sharing what's keeping us from working our business, but why we're working it regardless of what's going on. I pulled you guys here separately for a reason. Okay. So the reason that I'm saying all of this is because, guys, that's what Sweat Cycle is for. Okay. Life is going to happen every single day. And I'm not going to sit here and try, if I sat here into every single person that came into my life, whether it was a coach or a challenger, and I was like, okay, your life, your excuse is over a 5, so you don't have to do anything. Do you know what I'm trying to say here? Is what basically what I'm saying is that we justify excuses for ourselves every day. Yet we get annoyed when the people that we're talking to, our prospects, do it. Okay? I get that life happens, guys, and I'm not going to sit here and micromanage all of you. I'm not going to say that what's going on in your life is not, all consuming and throwing you for a loop and whatnot. But what I am going to say is that this is not the space to share that stuff. This is why if you want to run a free group where it's just like people sharing their day-to-day struggles and just supporting each other, that's totally fine. Okay? But I started this business and I started this team because I want to find business builders. I want to surround myself with women who crave a life of freedom, who are goal getters, goal chasers, dream makers, and whatever you want to call it. I get that life happens, okay? But week after week after week, life is just going to keep happening, okay? You are different. You are different, and that is why you're here. So you have to remember that every single day. I don't want you to sit here and have to type out a 45-paragraph message to us to explain why you didn't work your business last week. Okay, you don't have to justify it to anybody. Okay, I want this to be a place where we are saying, I didn't, but this is what I'm doing moving forward. Because if we're constantly trying to justify why we didn't do things, that's the lifestyle and the habits that we're going to make, where we just let ourselves off the hook. Okay, you guys want mindset, you want belief, you want vision, cut the excuses. Do it anyway. And if life keeps happening after work and, parents are randomly coming over or, children are crazy and wild and need all of your attention after you've been gone all day long, or your pet is going insane, you take them for like a 3-mile walk, or your husband wants attention, or whatever it may be, then recognize that. Own that that's happening. Okay, instead of constantly using that as an excuse and saying to yourself, well, it just seems like the nighttime is kind of hit or miss. But I know that I can control what happens to my life before I go to work every day. So bite the bullet. Compromise. You're not sacrificing. You're compromising sleep right now so that you can create the lifestyle that you want. If you're constantly thinking of, I'm giving this up because I have to coach, that's right there. That's the difference between you believing in this. You know what I mean? So instead, when you're saying to yourself, I'm compromising sleep right now, something I don't really get enough anyway, so I can work this business, so I can create a lifestyle where I can sleep in until 1:00 every day if I effing feel like it. All right? So it's just thinking long-term vision. But if you're using excuses, and guys, that's really what they are. You have to, I'm not calling anybody out right now. You always have to remember that. If you feel that this is being personally directed toward you, because it's not directed toward anybody right now, like I'm even speaking just to myself, that's when you just have to ask yourself, what excuses are you using? And last week, my excuse was, well, I was up really early, so I don't really want to work tonight. But then I look at my numbers and I'm like, but I got barely 10 invites in and 0 follow-ups. Just because I'm tired, but I wasn't doing anything all day. Okay, so right there, that's that mindset. It's that, have I actually worked my business today? When I got onto my Facebook, was I scrolling my news feed or was I working this business? We are our biggest critics, guys. But we're also the people that let ourselves off the hook more than anybody else. No one cares if you don't build this business. No one cares if you create financial freedom. No one cares if you make 6 figures a year. No one cares if you're healthy. And no one cares. Even the people that you care about and love the most, they don't really care. And if you do it, great. They're going to support you. But if you don't, it's whatever. It's not like they're going to throw it in your face all the time. No one will ever care about your goals and your why as much as you do. So every time that you let yourself off the hook, every time that you don't finish your to-do list, and every time that you choose to sleep in, press snooze, or whatever it may be, no one's going to care. No one's reaching out about it. Okay? So that's why we have to shift over then into like that belief. Okay? Because your mindset always starts there. There's so many, if we don't believe that this is going to give us that why, what you've printed out and posted on your vision board, then you're not going to be consistent. You're not going to show up every day. You're not going to give your time and effort. It starts with belief. And how do you get that belief? Multiple reasons or multiple ways. One, personal development. Guys, I'm telling you, this is the number one reason why coaches quit. They don't take personal development seriously. They don't believe that network marketing is an awesome route to go, especially in the year 2017. Network marketing is the coolest thing in the world, guys, for so many reasons. And if you haven't like YouTubed or like network marketing and why it's a great business, and don't think network marketing in the sense of LuLaRoe. Don't think network marketing in the sense of Advocare and It Works and shit like that. Think of network marketing in the sense of a business. Compare network marketing to corporate America, network marketing to direct sales. Compare it to those things, okay? Then I promise you that you will see the benefit to being in network marketing. Because the coolest thing about this is that as a network marketer is everything that you're doing right now, you have the opportunity to share that with somebody else. And not only do you have the opportunity to change your life and your family's life without becoming a personal trainer, without having a kinesiology degree or a nutrition certification or whatever it may be, but you get to also share that with somebody else. And the coolest thing about that is that everything that you're teaching them, they're going to teach to other people. So then right there, you've just copied yourself. You literally have just cloned you. So now everything that you've done, that you've worked for, and now that you've taught other people to do it, your efforts are being multiplied. That's the coolest thing about this being Team Beachbody, is that you can earn an amazing life. You can live an amazing lifestyle and earn an income that most of us probably never thought possible, all by sharing your journey and helping other people share theirs. Okay? So how does that kind of belief happen? Well, first off, you have to stay plugged in. You have to stay plugged in. Guys, I can't tell you how many times today I wanted to text my coach, Amy, and I did text her. I'm like, I just feel like I'm not finding my tribe. I feel like I'm just, pedaling in place. I feel like I've been here for 2 years now. I'm just waiting for this to explode and take off. And I typed out 3 different messages today, and I didn't send any of them. Because sometimes I just need to type that stuff out. I need to see it and I need to look down at it and think to myself, you know what, Emily? Okay, well, you haven't been consistent. Your weekends are hit or miss. Don't even know. Other than posting, I don't know how much you've been working on your business lately. You've lost the belief in what you're doing. So why are other people going to believe in you? Remember, guys, it's all the same product. People are joining you because they relate to you. They relate to your struggles. Humans crave human interaction. We all do. Why do you think sororities are still a thing? Fraternities are still a thing. Or CrossFit, or like church gatherings on Wednesday nights when most people think about church on Sunday mornings. Because we crave human interaction and connection. We want to be a part of something. But the problem is that when we're all trying so hard to be perfect, to work out every day, to meal plan and eat vegetables every single day and drink our body weight in ounces of water and whatever it may be, we take the fun out of all of this for ourselves because we're not ourselves. It's exhausting trying to pretend to be somebody else. Okay? And think about the fact for them. They're not going to join you because in their head, they're not going to be good enough for your group. That they're not as awesome as you are. That you've already done this, but they can't. Okay? So a little bit about belief. Number 1 is staying plugged in. Okay? I see so many people have one moment of, I don't know if this is for me. I don't know if I can do this. I don't know if this is going to work. And instead of diving literally head first into personal development or even guys going to YouTube and just typing in motivational videos. There's literally hundreds of thousands. You just literally type in motivational video. And it's all going to be like, don't go into corporate America. Don't settle for a 9 to 5. And don't just do something because it's giving you money right now. The difference and the hardest part about network marketing and being an entrepreneur is that right now you are working toward a vision. You're not making money. So it feels like I'm giving, and I'm not getting anything back, right? And maybe not getting anything back in the sense of financial reward yet, but you have to think about it this way. Think about everybody who starts a business. They're going into hundreds of thousands, depending, of debt to start a brick and mortar business. For the next several years now, it's a combination of stress, anxiety, hiring, firing, HR departments, product development, all these other things. All of that stuff is done for you. You just have to use it and post about it. And then ask people if they want to do it with you. Think about how simple it is and what you have available to you at your fingertips right now. Okay, so one, staying plugged in. What are different ways of staying plugged in? Personal development, guys. I cannot stress this enough. Okay, and if you're asking yourself, why am I not doing certain things and why am I not achieving certain goals and why do I feel like I keep getting faced with the same obstacle week after week after week? Because when that opportunity comes to grow or to stay the same, subconsciously what's happening is we're choosing to stay the same. Dive into personal development. Ask yourself, what am I lacking right now? What am I struggling with right now? And read that every day. Not when you feel like it or when you remember it. Get into the habit. Live this lifestyle. No one is going to join you until you are living it yourself. And more than that, guys, your confidence in self just grows when you do the things that you know are going to help you grow as a person. So that's one way. The other way is team calls. I know that most of you work a full-time job. Guess what? I worked 4/2 when I became a coach. I was not home to listen live to the National Wake Up Call for the first entire year that I was a coach. I was at the training studio. I didn't have time to listen to that stuff. I was training clients. But you know what I did do is every single Monday night, I listened to that National Wake Up Call recording every Monday night. You just have to ask yourself, are you doing that stuff? And the reason why those National Wake Up Calls are so important is because it's straight up Beachbody motivation. It's them relating to you. Every single one of those people on that call is going to tell you that it took them 2 to 3 years to build this business. And so you have to ask yourself, 2 to 3 years in the current situation and job that you're in, are you going to be making $3,000 to $5,000 a week? And it's not the dollar amount, guys. It's not that I want you to focus on. But focus on what could that do for you. Are you constantly somebody who's having to say to your kids, no, we can't afford that? Are you constantly fighting with your boyfriend or significant other about how they can't go out and buy that and you guys can't go do this weekend because it doesn't fit your budget? That's your why. Post that every single day. Think about that all the time. Do you know how many people out there that are our age that think about, like, who doesn't want to go on a vacation with their significant other or with their best friend or take their kids to Disney World just because they effing can? Everyone wants to do something like that. But instead of increasing our efforts and increasing our focus and our dedication, we decrease the things that we want and desire in life. What are we teaching our children? Honestly. Because for my entire life, I have no idea how I've become the person I am. Personal development, I surround myself with the right people. Literally the only 2 things I can honestly tell you guys that have been different for me. But I grew up in a family who, if we couldn't go to Florida, we went to Ocean City, Maryland. Because we didn't have to fly, we could drive. You know, it was, well, if you couldn't my parents couldn't afford to send me to Syracuse. Pitt was the next option because it was in state. Instead of increasing the effort, we're constantly decreasing the goal. We talk ourselves out of things that we want because of money, instead of working our asses off to create it. But more than that, we also have this negative relationship with money. We think that people that are wealthy suck. And we think that we're better off because, well, we don't need those things. It's not about going to the mall and being able to buy whatever you want. It's totally not the thing. And that's what ignorant people think. myself included once upon a time. But to me now, having that financial freedom means that Ben and I are never going to have to fight about money like my parents did and like it ruined their marriage. Ben and I are never going to have to worry about, can we afford to have 2 cars? Or we're never going to have to worry about, do we have to put groceries on a credit card this month? It's little things like that. That is our why. That is what I'm working toward every day. That is what I am struggling with on a day-to-day, month-to-month basis. It has to be more. Your why has to be more than, I just want to pay off debt. Well, why do you want to pay off the debt? What does your debt do to you right now? How is it stopping you right now? How does it stress you out right now? How do you want to feel? Do you want to hate money for the rest of your life? Because money is what builds schools in third world countries. Money is what helps bring water to people who have never had clean water. Money is what helps stop and end sex trafficking. There's so many good things that you can do with an income that doesn't include buying a Louis Vuitton or a Bentley. Okay? And one of the things I love so much about our team is that we're not super materialistic. Don't get me wrong, of course, we're all girls. We like to get you want to go to the mall and buy yourself something every now and then. I totally get it. But it's not like on a day-to-day basis you're thinking I want to get my nails done 24/7 with Swarovski crystals on the thumb or whatever. It's not like that. And that's what I think is so cool about our team. Okay? So belief comes, guys, just staying plugged in, checking into the team page. And lastly, to go off of that part is events. It's events. It's being around other people other than the 5 people on our team right now. Okay? Because for me, for a really long time, it was I'm sitting in my kitchen doing this. I have my whole family that doesn't get this, so they don't support it. They think it's weird. They make fun of me for having internet friends. I heard it all. Whatever you're struggling with, I felt it. I've gone through it. This is why we're here today and why you wanted to be a part of this team. I've felt your struggle, but regardless, I pushed through it and I did whatever it takes. Last 2 things I want to talk about are this escalator mindset as far as being an entrepreneur. You guys have to understand that if you don't have moments that you want to quit, if you don't have moments that you're asking, is this worth it? Is this for me? Then you're not working your business. It's as simple as that. And I know that, guys, network marketing isn't for most people. It's not that selling is not for most people. Don't think that. Don't think, well, I'm not a seller, that's why it's not for me. No, it means that you're not sharing your journey, you're not being proof of the product, and you're not talking to people about what you're doing. It's not that selling doesn't work for you. I'm not a salesperson. I didn't go to school for sales. I didn't go to school for business. I've never been in sales ever in my life. I was a personal trainer. That was it. I was a French degree major. But I'm really good at sharing my journey every day. And I'm really good at talking to people that like my posts. Because I don't care about the likes. I care about the human being behind that click of that like. And that's what you have to ask yourself. Are you here just for those likes and just for those comments and just to say that you're a coach? Or are you here because you truly are trying to build your dream life? One thing my coach Amy always says when I'm like, I just want to quit. This is just too hard. I just don't know if I can do this anymore. I just can't watch coaches quit. I feel like I'm just grinding my gears. And when is this all just going to happen? And the one thing she always says is, I get it. And I'm right there with you. But the thing is that you're 26 years old and you run your own business. You don't have another job and you move to the beach. And it's little things like that remind me that I am here. And I have made this happen. But what I want to share with you guys is you need to ask yourselves every single day that you don't want to do this when you're tired after work, is somebody else using the same thing that you're using right now? Guys, you're always going to be tired. Nothing is going to change in your life until you change your life. And how do you change your life? It's not one drastic, catastrophic event happens. It's just one day you decide to wake up 30 minutes earlier so you could work out before you go to work. And then what happens is you have a little bit more energy and you feel really excited that you did. So instead of reaching for that donut in the break room, you make your Shakeology. And then what happens is you have a little bit more energy, so you don't end up making that second cup of coffee at work. So you're skipping out on cream and you're skipping out of sugar. And then what happens is you feel so good, so then that carries over into your lunch. So instead of getting McDonald's and what everybody else is doing, you decide to order Subway. And you decide to make a post about how good you're feeling today. And one person out there that is struggling with the Monday blues at a job where her boss is hanging over her neck and berating her and talking her down and making her feel belittled, she sees your post. And how did that post happen? You're not special, and you're going to say the same thing to her. Oh my God, girl, I'm not motivating. What are you talking about? Because all you did was one tiny thing called waking up 30 minutes earlier than you normally do. And before you know that, you have just set in motion a series of events that not only could potentially change your life if you keep at it, but that have just started to impact and change somebody else's. And it's just believing that doing that every single day will amount in over time hundreds of people being inspired by you that want to be a part of what you're doing. And whether that's for 1 month or it's for 5 years that they're part of what you're doing, it doesn't matter. All that matters is, are you going to be there when they're ready? One of the people that joined me this month, her name is Jessica Hilbert. I met her, it'll be 2 years ago in January. 2 years ago in January. I met her 2 months into coaching. She just joined me on Friday. So you hear this all the time, be here a year from now. Be here a year from now as far as your belief goes. Be here 2 years from now as far as your business taking off. You're going to be doing fitness programs and going to the gym and wanting to eat healthier anyway in those next 2 years. Why not create a lifestyle where you never have to work again at your normal job unless you want to? Why not do this in the meantime anyway, so that maybe instead of working at your job, you can branch off and create your own company? For example, Hannah, you be on this call right now and somebody that truly cares so much about all the students that you work with. There was a girl that was a part of our team for a little while. Her name was Amber. And her friends so badly wanted to open their own daycare because they didn't like how things were being done in the school district that they were working in. And it's little things like that. That was Amber's why for so long. And it has to be stuff like this. I don't know that Beachbody is going to be my end all career, but I know that I will never stop doing it because it's going to give me the lifestyle to do all the things that I want. Okay? So, last couple things, guys, is if you're struggling, you need to reach out to somebody. You need, silently suffering is honestly, it's just selfish. It's selfish because it's not helping you grow. It's not letting us help you. But more than that, it's saying that your why isn't important enough to fight for. It's saying that your why isn't important enough to reach out for help. You've seen a million quotes. I don't need to replay all of these for you, but there is strength in asking for help. When you silently suffer, no one knows what you're going through. Don't try to be perfect. Don't put on the show. No one's going to relate to you, and it's not going to excite you either. So I'm just going to kind of leave this open for questions. If any of you guys, I don't want to be rude, but I honestly don't know whose area code is 260. You're unmuted. Can you say hi?
It's Ashley.
Okay. Oh, well, whatever. Oh, hi. Hey. Okay. Well, you're here. So do you want to add anything super quick? I mean, being somebody that's, this month, a year ago was when you joined Court of Force. And then, obviously had a couple months where life kind of happened. And then what would you kind of say as far as mindset and all that stuff goes? Being at events. You did an awesome video the other day on Summit, if anybody watched it.
Yeah. I'm not sure if anybody watched that. It was only 3 minutes long, but I just said that you have to get to Summit, and that if you, I know that, you've even said that sometimes this time of year is when a lot of people start to quit. They just get overwhelmed with the holidays and everything that's going on. And, a lot of people have this objection about they can't afford it because of the holidays coming up, blah, blah, blah. But then after the holidays, everybody's like, I want to be healthy. I want to go to the gym, blah, blah, blah. but if you, like, even if you want to quit, like, just stick it out till summit. Just get to summit and you'll change your mind. Like,
everything.
I know that's not, it's not gonna, if you have your mind made up that you don't want to be here, that's, me telling you that is not going to do it for you. But if I could somehow just give everybody like a snippet of what summit is like, it just totally changes everything.
I totally agree. I want to send one text. Yeah, that's exactly what it is, guys. It's being around other people that are doing this. Like right now, this GoPro event could not come at a more perfect time. It's literally just a bunch of 20-something-year-olds going to a network marketing recruitment event. I can't wait to come back and share with you everything that I hear from this. I'm super nervous, but I'm super excited about it. And guys, just more than that, like one of the things I can say to you from personal experience is lead with a challenge group. Lead with fitness. If you want to ask somebody because they've been liking your photos and they are crushing their own fitness, even if they look like a fitness trainer, just ask them if they're looking to add variety or challenge to their routine. Okay, that's kind of how I go about it. It doesn't matter if they've been a bikini competitor. Okay, they're not a coach, and most bikini competitors have a day job. They have a day job that they're not posting about on Instagram. They're posting their story just for accountability on social media. Don't be afraid to reach out to those people, but lead with fitness. Please do it. Every single one of my coaches who has quit has come from me reaching out directly about coaching. They didn't fall in love with the product. They didn't fall in love with their own journey. And that's where it all starts. Number one is sharing your journey by using the workout programs in Shakeology. Okay? Hannah, do you want to add anything? Do you want to have any questions? Do you have like what your biggest struggle is right now?
I think for me, my biggest struggle is just making sure that people are visibly seeing like what I'm doing, because I can post stories and I can make new friends and post things on Facebook, but I don't necessarily know how many people that's actually reaching and how many people are actually watching those things or interested or might not say anything, so it's just kind of, sometimes I feel like I'm waiting to see if I get a bite on it.
Okay, I love that. So I'm going to go off on that super quick. So one thing that you're going to hear from so many coaches is that the people that are going to end up reaching out to you eventually are going to be the people that are not liking your photos right now for multiple reasons. One, they might like how you're approaching this, but they've been approached about Beachbody before. They might have an idea that that's what you're doing. They like you, so they're not going to unfriend you, but they just kind of want to see like where you're going to go with this. Best piece of advice, doesn't matter if or when they join you, but are you going to be here when they do? Okay, so think about that every single day. More than that, after you post, do not look at likes. Don't look at any of that stuff. Don't think about it. Don't get all wrapped up in it. Because one of the things that we do as just a society today is that instant gratification. So the second we post, we want to refresh to see who liked it, who commented. Do not get attached to the outcome of those situations, please, because that is what you're going to be chasing after all the time. I say this to myself every day. I would rather have 4 people like a post and then be 4 people I can reach out to than it be 80 people and all of them be coaches or friends or people that have said no 100 times. All right. Yeah, right. So just like as you can see, Hannah was like, you're rooming in the background. Watching weeds. We're getting ready to eat pizza. But that's hands down like one of the best things I can say. Now, to also go off of that, as far as people watching you, one of the best ways. So I'm going to show you guys super quick. I don't have a news feed, and I haven't had a Facebook news feed in, goddamn, over a year. So you guys can see when I log in, this is what I see. I don't see anything. Like I don't have any, I cannot scroll through this. Okay. This is instead what you can do. And Ash, I know you can't see this right now, but you can just listen. And this is something totally optional. It's something some coaches do. So if you're going to do this, this is considered the quote unquote fluff. Please do this on a weekend. Or you can just start slowly doing this to people that you really, really are interested in joining you, okay? On the left-hand side, you can see this word called explore. And you're going to see the phrase friend lists. If you click on this, you can click on the thing at the top that says create list. And these are mini news feeds where you can just see people. So I was kind of doing this, just people that you're talking to that you haven't invited. So I have chatting, but no invite. Okay, so I put in a bunch of people. That's not true. I just put in 5 people that I was talking to, and what was I going to say? And the whole idea behind this is that when I scroll through this, I'm only seeing people here who I'm really interested in wanting to talk to. Okay, that's what makes it so cool. The whole idea behind this is if you are interacting and engaging on people's posts, not just liking. Liking does nothing. You have to comment. Liking, Facebook does not recognize that. Instagram does not recognize that in their algorithm. You need to be commenting. Okay? And it doesn't have to be anything crazy, guys. Like even just like a heart eye emoji is totally doable, you know? If you want to stand out a little bit more, like if you really like them, definitely kind of like put yourself out there a little bit more, like relate, actually read the post that they shared. But the more that you are liking on their things, the more that your post will cycle up into their feed. Okay? So that's just like another little tip and trick for you. Hannah, as far as people watching your stories, did you know that you can swipe up to see who viewed them? Okay, so that's a nice way too. Super easy invite. Hey girl, I know this is super random, but I've been seeing you checking out my stories. So just want to pop in. I don't know if it's your kind of thing or if you're in a routine now, but would you be down to try something new with me that'll totally help align to your goals and schedule? Super simple. Just I've been checking out I know you've been checking out my stories. I saw you checking them out. I can scroll up and see them. And you guys have to remember that. Out of all the people they followed, they didn't have to click on yours. I swipe by people's all the time. Like, no, you post too much. You talk too much. I see too much of your dog. Like whatever it might be. Actually, that's a lie. Never see too much of the dog. But sometimes I'm like, you know what? I'm a cat person. I've seen way too much of your cat today. So swipe, swipe, swipe. You know, but other people, you totally pick them out because you're like, you're fucking hilarious or you're awesome or you're my kind of person. So you seek them out. Do the same thing with this, okay? Just reach out to them totally normally. Best thing that I can honestly say to you guys right now is just don't give up. Don't give up because whether it's you're going to have FOMO and always wonder what if, but the time is going to pass anyway. I know this isn't easy. I never said it was going to be easy, but it's always going to be worth it. I've grown so much in these past 2 years and like, I've never thought in my life I would ever care about other people the way that I care about you guys. I was such a bitch before you all met me. Like, I was not a friendly person. I was that girl that didn't have girlfriends because I only hang out with guys. Like, I was awful. So if I can change, you guys totally can. And look at this, like such an opportunity to step outside of your comfort zone every single day. Okay? I know that we only have a couple minutes left, but just if I can I guess like my biggest tips are be consistent. Even when you don't want to, do it anyway, please. Because every time that you have that option to work for an hour or sit on the couch, what's going to happen is every time you're sitting on the couch, you're going to be thinking about, I should be working. Okay? Or the next day you're going to think to yourself, oh shit, well life happened today and I really can't work. So that 1 hour yesterday when I had the choice, I should have done it. I don't want you guys to get caught up in this, I have to make up from yesterday. The best feeling ever is when every single day it feels like you're making progress. That is happiness. Live in the present, enjoy the future, plan for it, get excited about it. Don't think about what you didn't do yesterday or if you woke up late or if you slept in or if you didn't invite as many people as you wanted to. Just be better today, every day. Because remember that you're going to want to say the same thing to your team too. You guys are all awesome. The fact that you're on this call right now, you are a leader. Your people are out there waiting for you. Maybe you have to grow a little bit more. Maybe you have to just see that one post that's going to connect. But it's never going to happen if you give up. Put yourself out there every day. It's going to be worth it. I promise you. Before you know it, we're all going to be traveling the world together, and we're all going to look back on this and be like, remember that one time, like that Monday night, we're like all sitting in our apartments and just like talking, and now we're like saving the world and adopting animals from zoos and all those other amazing things. So I'm just like really passionate about protecting animals from zoos right now. But anyway, put shit like that on your why board, on your vision board. It's little things like that that are going to keep you showing up. Not I want to help somebody. I know that sounds bad, but that's not going to be the number one reason that gets you here every day. That's just the added benefit to what you get to do, okay? I love you all so much, okay? Go on and rock the rest of your night, all right? Love you guys. Bye.